Getting creative with video is something that we do all the time at a TV station.
A jury took just 20 minutes to find a St. Joseph County man guilty. When the storms ripped through southwestern Michigan yesterday, this is what it left. A bill that would raise Indiana's tax on cigarettes is one step closer to passing.
Do you have any words to say to the people that you continue to serve today?
Not right now.
Early voting is already underway at the Skillet, and official voting, though, kicks off this Friday. There will be a ticket booth, red, white, and blue flowers.
The erosion causing this rift here up to 6 feet. Jennifer, the hurdle through this trial has been time.
Do not eat the tacos. Do not eat them.
A SWAT raid that happened in Mishawaka over the weekend, as well as an assault on a trooper up in Berrien County. Penn Township Fire Department is doing ice rescue training out here in Mishawaka today. Check this out.
First, I'm going to walk you through a little bit of what happened. There's a black SUV over here in the ditch. Gripping their pain with open arms, Desi Jones's family watching as her convicted killer nodded and grinned as he left the Marshall County Courthouse.
Without a doubt, this case, this murder was going to be the first of serial murders by Fabian Rubio if he had not been stopped.
You believe he was a serial killer?
He was a budding serial killer, and he got stopped on his first one.
That first one was a 15-year-old girl, Carly Jones's sister.
This is the first time I've seen his face, and it'll never be a face that I have to look at again.
Purple bands binding the Joneses' strength, Desi forever in their hearts, while Rubio spending some of his forever behind bars.
That was her favorite color. We did it we're always going to support her no matter what. And today we could sit there and silently support her.
Jones was silenced in her death, left in a remote area, beaten and burned. A drip of Desi's blood, an inch long, on Rubio's license plate, led detectives to her killer, who was Pedro Rubio's son.
No. I didn't know anything. I'm still having my heart. I still have that's not true, this, but I guess it is.
There's no question that he is a psychopathic sexual predator. No question. And he acknowledged that it was good that we stopped him because he would have done it again.
The stillness outside the St. Joseph County Jail is met with winter's cold. But inside, the cost of caring for sick inmates is rising at a fever pitch.
It's hard to get a job.
47-year-old Brian got health care from the jail after he was arrested for falling behind on his child support.
I think I was more angry than anything.
While in jail, Brian wasn't happy with his health care, and that's why he asked us not to show his face.
I had a problem with my pancreas, and I got a history of it, and when I brought it up to the nurse, I don't think they were going to do anything for me.
It's a statutory responsibility of the sheriff and the county to take care of those medical needs while someone is incarcerated.
Each inmate that Sheriff Mike Grisgork oversees costs you money until they get a fair trial. In just one case, an inmate is costing taxpayers $12,000 a month in health expenses. That's $144,000 a year, and you're paying for it until he goes to trial.
You can't control who's going to have what disease when they're incarcerated and how long they're going to be here.
Predicting that cost isn't easy. This year, the county paid out $1.7 million in a contract with Beacon Health for health care. That ran out, and so did the $236,000 from the safety fund. Divide that by 640, which is the average number of inmates, and the county paid out an estimated $3,000 per inmate in 2016.
It just so happens that this year we had a lot of really sick inmates that cost a lot of money.
And age has a lot to do with it. The Osborne Association found inmates 50 and older cost twice as much to incarcerate. Tina Maschie at Fordham University studies America's aging prison populations.
When you get older, you need more health care. That's a no-brainer. And what happens with the prison population is that they too need services, but they actually need more.
The day I asked, St. Joseph County told me that more than 18% of the prisoners in jail at that time were 55 and older.
No matter which way it goes about, it's costing the taxpayer money.
We're trying to be just and efficient, both. The efficiency not only is let's get it done in a timely fashion, but also what are the costs to the community and whether it would be more appropriate for this case to be handled while the person is out.
Ken Cotter is the St. Joseph County prosecutor. In some extreme cases, he may be able to review a case while that person is out of jail.
Safety of the community is worth much more than the costs of the person's medical procedures, whatever they're going to get in the jail.
As for Brian, he's taken responsibility for his actions.
We're all human and we're all Americans. We all make mistakes. Some people make worse mistakes than others.
New at 10, taller buildings could soon be coming to South Bend.
That's right, the South Bend Common Council approved an ordinance tonight.
Prosecutors are getting answers in a Shipshewana gun store burglary. They charged this man, Rodney Ross of Mishawaka, in connection with that crime. But court documents released today about what happened there are also answering questions about 2 other incidents. A SWAT raid that happened in Mishawaka over the weekend, as well as an assault on a trooper up in Berrien County.
Police say it's a web of crimes that began in Shipshewana.
Important to note that Michael Barber has only been charged with assaulting the Michigan State Trooper. Right now, he has not been charged in connection with stealing the guns. 5 people total have been charged so far in connection with these 3 investigations. A grand jury could wrap up its investigation tomorrow into an officer-involved shooting that left an Elkhart man dead. Police say Elkhart officers Nathan Lanzin and Leonard Delshenko responded to a call, heard shots, and then fired their weapons. Norman Gary died in that December shooting. It's unclear whether the bullet that killed Gary came from one of the officer's guns or someone else's. The reward for information in the case of 2 murdered teenagers is now at $96,000. Right now, investigators are reviewing nearly 10,000 tips. They say they're confident they will solve this case. 14-year-old Liberty German and 13-year-old Abigail Williams disappeared 2 weeks ago today. Their bodies were found along a hiking trail in Carroll County the following day. Police have released a picture of the suspect and an audio of a male saying, "Down the hill." President Trump ran on a campaign of draining the swamp in Washington, but in some cases, it seems the swamp may be draining him. New at 10, while some voters cited Trump's executive experience running corporations, it turns out the government doesn't work the same way. WSBT 22 national correspondent Christine Frizzau has more from Capitol Hill.
We have to do health care before we do the tax cut.
A major corporation admits their role in a deadly airbag defect. Still ahead at 10, how much Takata will pay after admitting to hiding problems that resulted in death.
High-quality ingredients in a casual setting. The latest behind the newest food trend called food halls.